Hey y'all. I'm gonna pull my computer a little bit closer. All right. Let me get rid of all this stuff. Okay. So today's lesson is, maybe I do need it. Surface area of prisms. I believe you've gone over this before, and maybe in the past you used nets. Nets are like the flattened shape of all the faces of a figure, but in 8th grade, we are going to focus on the formula. All right, so first let's talk about what surface area is. Surface area is the sum of all the area of the faces. The sum of all the areas of the faces. So depending on what the shape is, sometimes there's 6 faces, sometimes there's 5 faces, sometimes there's more. The surface area is the area of all those faces. And there is a formula for surface area. There's an equation. Surface area equals LA plus 2B. And I'm going to go through what those are, LA plus 2B, where it can start always with LA plus 2B. LA means lateral area. And those are the faces. Those are the faces that go around the shape. I wish I had, hold on one second. Let me get it. Okay. Sorry. So we have a, oh, this is funny. This is the document camera. We have a rectangular prism, and the lateral area would be the faces around. So if this was the base, then the lateral area would be the 4 faces around laterally that go around the shape. I don't have a triangular prism here to show you, but the 2B stands for the twice the base area. And so here we go. Lateral area breaks down. So I'm going to kind of break these down. Lateral area breaks down to perimeter times height, and the perimeter of the base. You want to make sure you write that down because you will forget what perimeter do I take. So the perimeter of the base times the height of the prism, and twice B, and this is the base area. So depending on what the shape of the base is, if the base is a rectangle, the area of a rectangle is length times width. If the base is a triangle, the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So that's why you need to know your area formulas for your different shapes. The area of a circle is different, and so that's another one. So LA plus 2B, and then we're going to break down LA. The lateral area is the perimeter of the base times the height, and then twice the base area. And it's twice because there's 2 bases on a prism. There's 2 bases, and the bases are parallel to each other. All right, so some common mistakes. These are just some things that I want you to watch out for. I'm trying to make sure my paper's straight. Some common mistakes is using the wrong base. That's a common mistake. Always pick the base. And so one strategy is to shade the base. If you shade the base, then it'll always kind of give you a focal point where you're starting. So one of common mistake is using the wrong base. Another common mistake is using the wrong height. Using the wrong height, and the H is not on the base. So that's a key. The height of the prism is not going to be on your base, because if it's sitting on its base, for example, this green part is the base. The height of the prism is here. A height is not going to be on your base, not the height of the prism. There might be a height to your base, but the height of the prism cannot be on your base, and that's another very common mistake. Okay. And so let's just dive into some examples. Example 1, find the lateral area and surface area of the prism. So in this example, it wants both the lateral area and the surface area. Well, to find the surface area, you also have to find the lateral area. So let's start with LA plus 2B. So surface area equals LA plus 2B. Then we're going to break it down. Lateral area breaks down to pH plus 2. Now, the base shape. So let's look at this. This is a rectangular prism. The base is down here, so shade the base in. This will help us focus. And the base area of a rectangle is length times width. So now we need the perimeter of the base. Capital P is the perimeter of the base. So the perimeter is 9 plus 7 plus 9 plus 7. And then the height of the prism, this is the one in the mistake I was just telling you about. The height of the prism doesn't come from the base. If it's sitting on its base, the height of the prism is 13. So that was the perimeter of the base times the height plus 2. And now the base, capital B means base area, not just the line, the base, but the base area. So length times width, which would be 9 times 7. All right. So this is what I expect you to show me your work. What are the numbers that you put into your equation? This part is our lateral area. So let's do our lateral area. So 9 plus 7 plus 9 plus 7. All right, so 18 plus 14 is 32. And 32 times 13 is 416. So this is the lateral area is 416 inches squared. So that's one of our answers. That's the lateral area. And then the other part is 9 times 7 times 2 is 126. Add that together, plus 416. And so we get surface area is 542 inches squared. Now this is area, so area is inches squared, not cubed. Volume is cubed. But again, I found the lateral area and then the total surface area. All right, so here is a you try. I want you to try this one. Do it just like I did. Shade the base. Put it into your formula. Press pause. You try it, and then press play when you're ready to see. So the perimeter would be 10 plus 3 is 13. 13 times 2 is 26. And then 6 is the height. And then 10 times 3. So 26 times 6 is 156. The lateral area is 156 meters squared. 10 times 3 is 30. Times 2 is 60. So the total surface area is 216 meters squared. Okay, so I hope you got that one correct. If not, just go back and watch it again slowly. All right, example 3. Let me see how long this has been going on. Dom built a toy box 60 inches long, 24 inches wide, and 36 inches high. He has 1 quart of paint that covers about 87 square feet of surface. Does he have enough to paint the toy box? Justify your answer. All right, so we got a multi-step problem here. First, let's draw a diagram. So we have 60 inches long, 24 inches wide, and 36 inches high. It's a toy box. He has 1 quart of paint that covers 87 square feet. So note, the first thing I noticed is I have inches and I have feet. So we need to find the surface area and then determine if he has enough paint to cover the square inches in surface area. So first let's find the surface area. And I guess really you could I don't know. I guess you could change all these to feet first. And if you change all these to feet, let's just do that. Okay, let's do that. 60 divided by 12 is 5. So this is 5 feet. This is 2 feet. And this is 3 feet. So if you change all these to feet, now we can find the surface area and we can see if we have less than 87 square feet. Surface area is lateral area plus 2 times the base. Now, it doesn't say if he's going to paint the bottom or not, so because he doesn't say, we're just assume he's going to paint the bottom. The word problem might tell you they're not painting the bottom. And then instead of 2B, you would only do 1B. Perimeter pH plus 2, length times width. So the perimeter of the base is 5 plus 2. So these are on the base. 5 plus 2 is 7, times 2 is 14, times 3. And then we're going to use 5 times 2 again because it's length times width of the base. 14 times 3 is 42. And 5 times 2 is 10, times 2 is 20. So the total surface area is 62 feet squared. 62 feet squared. So that's the total surface area. We didn't need to know just the lateral area. We needed to know the total. And his paint will cover 87 square feet. So does he have enough paint? And the answer is yes, he has enough. And to justify your answer, you need an inequality. 62 is less than 87. So that shows that he has enough because the surface area of the toy box is less than how much 1 quart of paint will cover. Okay, let's keep moving on, moving on, moving on. All right, example 4. The largest cardboard box ever constructed measured 23 feet long, 9 feet high, and 8 feet wide. Would 950 square feet of wrapping paper be enough to cover the box? So again, it's kind of the same thing. We need to find the surface area. And in my box, 23 feet long, 9 feet high, and 8 feet wide. Okay, so I know it's not drawn to scale. We need to know our surface area, and we're going to wrap the whole box. We're wrapping around the box. Again, I always just start with my formula. The perimeter of the base, is right here. So 23 plus 8 is 31 times 2. So 62 times 9. Remember, 9 is the height because it's not on the base. And the length times width would be 23 times 8. 62 times 9 is 550. 23 times 8 times 2. I'm doing each part. 368. And when you add those together, we get total surface area is 918. Let me just make sure. Oh, it's 558. Not 550. I was like, that should end. 558. So 368 plus 558 is 926 feet squared. That's our total surface area. That's our total surface area. So my question is, do we have enough wrapping paper? And the answer is yes, because 926 is less than 950. So we have enough wrapping paper to cover this cardboard box. It says multi-step, 2 steps. Find the surface area and then determine, do we have enough paper to cover it? All right, let's get into another shape. Example 5, find the lateral area and surface area of the prism. So this is a different prism. This is a triangular prism. The only thing this is going to change is our formula. So again, we start with lateral area plus 2 bases, 2 base areas. The base areas this time are going to be the triangle. So I'm going to shade in this triangle. The perimeter times the height plus 2. And the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. This is where it changes. The base area of a triangle. Now, the perimeter of the base, so we know this bottom one is 3, and the 2 sides are 2.5. This 2 is going right here down the middle. That would be the height of the triangle. But the perimeter, you have to add the 3 outside lines. The height of the prism, remember the height is not on the base. The height is not on the base. Plus, bring down your plus, 2 1/2. I'm bringing down my 2 1/2. Now, the base and height have to come from the triangle. So the base of the triangle is 3, and the height of the triangle is that 2 right there. So the 2 is not on the perimeter because the perimeter is just the outside of the triangle. But the height is the one that comes in the middle of the triangle like this. Okay, so now 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5 plus 3. So this is 8 times 4 plus the 2 and the 1/2 are going to cancel. So then I'm just left with 3 times 2. The lateral area, 8 times 4 is 32. So the lateral area is 32 centimeters squared. 3 times 2 is 6. And then the total surface is 38 centimeters squared. Let me just make sure I'm still recording. Okay. So it would be 38 centimeters squared. All right, we got a couple more examples. All right. Marty is mailing his aunt the package shown. So we have this nice cardboard, triangular prism cardboard box. How much cardboard is used to create the shipping container? Now, the cardboard goes on the outside, so that's why this is surface area, because it takes the outside. And it's not asking for just lateral, it's asking for everything. So LA plus 2B, perimeter of the base, and this is a triangle. All right, so the perimeter of the base, I'm going to outline it right here. So I highly suggest you outline your perimeter of your base. So the perimeter of the base, this bottom one is 4, 3.6. Now this side is not 3. The 3 is going to the height. This side and this side are the same. So again, 3.6. Oops. Times the height of the prism. So times 14. Plus 2, 1/2. Again, I'm just copying it down. The base of the triangle is 4. And the height of the triangle is 3. Base and height of the triangle. So again, this is the base area of the triangle. All right, so I'm going to add all these up. 3.6 plus 3.6 plus 4 is 11.2. Again, the 2 and the 1/2 cancel, so I'm just left with 12, because 4 times 3 is 12. 11.2 times 14 is 156.8 plus 12. So we would need approximately 168.8 inches squared of cardboard to make this shipping container. Okay. All right, so we have this last U try. I want you to pause it and then press play. I'm going to go through it kind of quickly because I'm about to reach my limit. Okay. On the lateral area and surface area. So surface area. Perimeter of the base. So 3, 4, 5. And then this is the height, because remember, it's not on the base. The base of the triangle is 4. The height of the triangle is 3, because remember, it has to make the right angle. 3 plus 4 is 7, so this is 12 times 6. So the lateral area is 72 meters squared. And the surface area is 84 meters squared. Okay, so I know that was long but quick, and we will go over more surface area of prisms in class.